Paper Mario 3DS. No, not Sticker Star, but the version of the game that we almost got. This project has been only growing in our minds, especially with all the Paper Mario related drama over the years. It has grown into this mythical thing. It's, legend tells that originally Paper Mario on the 3DS was going to be the best Paper Mario game ever. It was going to be Thousand Year Door 2. It was going to be everything we could possibly ever want from a Paper Mario, perfect in every way. But then, one day, Miyamoto came in and said, no, take out all the cool stuff, make it not fun. You know how the story goes. It's obviously not as simple as that. But there's always just been this idea, this original version of the game that he said looked too much like Thousand Year Door or whatever before they essentially scrapped it or just, drastically shifted development into what eventually became Sticker Star. So we really don't know much about this original version, but we have had images, little tiny bits. There was a, you could call it a demo because it was on a 3DS system, but it wasn't playable. It was just a video that was on 3DSs at trade shows. I believe it was E3 2010. And all we've had up until now from this, quote unquote demo, this little video, the trailer basically, was a few screenshots and blurry over the shoulder, just pointing the camera at a 3DS, and then the video itself is also super low resolution. It's all been really, really rough. Essentially, this was Nintendo first showing off the game, and not even officially, not even in a Nintendo Direct or whatever. This was just it was the first glimpse of this game, and then after that, they changed it. It seems, this is crazy, but for the first time ever, we have the entire unbroken video, not just screenshots, not over the shoulder. I'm not 100% sure who got their hands on this or how. I believe that they got their hands on an actual, one of those 3DS demo units and got the file off of it, because this is super high quality. It's a 2-minute long trailer. It's the whole thing. We have it. We have the entirety of this alpha or beta or whatever you call it footage from the original version of Paper Mario 3DS. This is truly an historic day, a historic discovery for Paper Mario fans. We have the best look that we have ever had at this original version of the game. And it is, it's fascinating. It's really fascinating because we've had all these questions, because the original version, the biggest thing, the absolute biggest thing is that we could see that there was a Chain Chomp partner. That was always we were going to have a Chain Chomp partner, because partners, it always comes down to partners. Modern Paper Mario, they did away with partners. That's one of the worst things, because having partners was always so cool. Just Mushroom Kingdom denizens, I don't know. The concept of a partner in Paper Mario is just too cool. So the Chain Chomp was always this big thing where it's oh, look, we were going to get a Chain Chomp and they removed it. So we do get more footage of that. Before we go into specifics though, I suppose I will say overall, I think it is fascinating how much this looks like Sticker Star. How much it, legend says that it was completely scrapped and completely redone. But I don't think it was. I really don't think it was. I think that they shifted development. They probably scrapped a lot of ideas. Clearly they scrapped the partner idea. But the bones of Sticker Star are still absolutely here, including stickers, just straight up stickers. It seems that even from way back then, even when this was supposedly gonna be Thousand Year Door 2 or whatever, no, it was still gonna use a sticker system. It seems they were always gonna do that, and the overall look of the game is still very similar. It's still very kind of basic Mario visuals, and this could have just been because this was an alpha build, because this was just the first thing that they did and wanted to show off. Maybe this was more of a prototype. Maybe it would have ended up looking more interesting if they had continued down this path. But at least what we see here, it really does just kind of look like Sticker Star. Just sort of basic Mario environments. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. But like, yeah, just kind of basic, fighting basic enemies. You even see some environments that look like the ones that ended up in the game. You get a poison swamp with a big wiggler. That was like an entire chapter of Sticker Star, so like that stayed in there. And yeah, I don't know. For the most part, it really does just look like Sticker Star. The main thing that they got rid of is like original kind of looking enemies. There's a part in the trailer where he fights like a cool like Monty Mole King looking dude with like a beard. That's really cool. That's one of the standout bits in the trailer here. Some cool like bonefish, and when like jumps on it and it kind of like explodes everywhere. That's really cool. There's little bits here and there. And then yeah, of course, the chain chomp. Yeah, let's get to the chain chomp. The chain chomp just looks like a chain chomp. It could be that in the final version, if they had gone down this path, maybe they would have made it look more unique. It would have been a unique chain chomp, or maybe not. Maybe even at this point in the process, even when the game allegedly was going to be the most perfect, beautiful thing ever, maybe even then they were starting to lean away from original designs, because there's really not a lot of original designs here in this trailer. And we can't know if it really was always just going to be a regular old chain chomp. Who knows? But the idea is really cool, though. Like, chain chomps are just awesome. The idea of Mario kind of having control over one is great. We can see... It's amazing. I really didn't expect this many details, but, like, out on the overworld, you can see that its ability is, like, shooting forward, and it, like, crashes through a bunch of blocks, and then in battle, it smashes into enemies. So we get to see the overworld ability and the in-battle attack, which is so cool. Like, we really just get the one partner, but it's... I don't know. It's so cool seeing that. It's really, really awesome seeing this little chain chomp. I've been in love with this little chain chomp forever, ever since I saw these screenshots. I've always wanted to know what that little chain chomp was about. We don't have a name or anything, but we see it in action. And I like that. And I like to hope that someday we do get a cool chain chomp partner. I really do. But yeah, like most of the trailer, it is pretty basic stuff. It's Mario. He's using the sticker system. He's jumping on enemies. He's using his hammer on enemies. He's running around. He's hitting question mark blocks and getting items and stuff. Pretty basic environments. You do get like a little playing card environment. I suppose that's a unique one. It's a little bit like the kind of thing that you would see in the original Paper Mario, kind of Shy Guy's toy boxy. I really love the use of a giant womp in this one shot here. We mostly get thwomps. Womps, I feel like they don't come up nearly as much. I think. But like, it's huge, but it's in a Paper Mario game. So when it slams down, it's like completely paper thin. I think that's very funny. I think that's very clever. And it's even got the crack on the back, just like in 64. Super cool. Another standout little chunk is this bit right here, where the background, like the wall kind of like scoots out. And it's funny because this is not really that interesting or unique as an idea. I mean, this is the kind of thing, Paper Mario and regular Mario, like we've just seen it a bunch of times. We're like, oh, and now the background, I don't know. It seems like a very like standard Nintendo-y thing. But watching this trailer, I just think they really pulled it off well. That effect where it looks like the image is stretching, but then it immediately becomes a 3D space. I don't know, just wanted to point that out. I just think it looks really good. Like, I guess it's the way that like it moves back, but then the floor texture itself kind of shifts. I don't know, whatever. Just thought it was cool. And that's basically it. Yeah, most of it, it's, it looks like Paper Mario. It looks like Sticker Star did end up being. And I think it's safe to say, I think it was always safe to say that like we really could not guess what the game was going to be, and it was a little silly to imagine that it was going to be the most perfect project ever. And I feel like watching the whole thing now, it kind of confirms that this legendary canceled project that got like slapped down by Miyamoto, like maybe we've let our imaginations run a little wild. I do think that even if this had not been interfered with, it probably still would have ended up being pretty darn similar. And I mean, at the same time, you could argue that even a Paper Mario with relatively basic elements with, you know, environments that are a little like standard Mario, a lot of like really standard Mario enemies. Like even that could have made for a much better game than the one that we got. You know, if it had partners, if it had literally any unique enemies or ideas at all. Or like, you know, a story, dialogue, characters, that kind of stuff. More than just like super basic, I don't know, whatever. Not just trying to trash Sticker Star, but like maybe it would have been better. Maybe even if it was Sticker Star, even if it did have this sticker system, the fact that it had stickers wasn't like the entirety of the problem by any means. It was how it was implemented. They really screwed up a lot of stuff with that. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of, we really don't know what the project would have been. We can only guess. We can only like insert our own our own desires into it. But like, this really is Sticker Star. This really is an alpha version of Sticker Star, a prototype version that we never really got to play. They never really got to finish. Who knows how it would have turned out? We will never know. But golly, look at this. Look at this. This is a real thing. After all this time, we got this like a clean version of the entire unbroken demo reel. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I mean, it really is. It's a big thing. It is a big moment for Paper Mario history, and I'm sure that Nintendo is not happy. I'm sure if they've heard about this already, I'm sure they are incredibly displeased that we get to see this. I mean, technically it was public. Technically this is something that they showed to people. It's not like, you know, it got leaked internal documents or whatever. Like it was supposed to be public, but I don't know. I bet they still don't like that it got out. Whatever though, we got to see this little chain chomp in action, and I am pleased. I don't know. I feel like a 14-year itch on my back that I couldn't reach has finally been scratched, and it feels good.